All right, everyone, we are back with the next episode of the Raiders Rambles. I am Jolt, the chief host of the show, and today we won't be having our co-host Avira because at the moment he's not feeling too well. So I wish him quick recovery with all he's dealing with. But in its place, we have a rare appearance from the boss man himself, Foxler.
Oh no, I'm back and
I
here.
know,
Oh my god.
I know, right? It's like every 6 months or something. You're back. Here I am.
6 months he disappears in his unknown little lair under his house to plot the next furry domination of the world.
Yeah, man. Great. I don't believe it, but yeah, here we are. Great to have you on. Next up, we have Noble.
Morning, all.
Awesome.
Our
Next
Ozzy.
on the show, we have Maligos.
Yes, hello.
Good to have you back again.
Likewise.
And next on the show is someone who we haven't had for a very long time, Beowulf.
Jackal of all trades, master of absolutely nothing.
Side of farming simulator.
Hey, I only have a couple thousand hours in it.
I don't know. I mean, where you are at is like prime farmland, Nebraska.
Like that. You want to give me like a $150,000 loan so I can get a used piece of crap?
Yes, tractor with an old version of this GPS navigation, so it'll just cut right through your property.
Farm equipment's ridiculous, by the way.
Maybe
Just
we'll
saying.
stretch. Maybe we'll stretch it out so you can buy your own piece of farmland and crops.
That'll be like a third the price of a tractor. Like I could probably buy 200 acres of land for a tractor now.
You're gonna grow bullshit on there.
I mean, you kind of got you toss it out there and it grows crap really, really well.
Grow furry drama outside. Have the stocks.
I don't want to grow frickin' the beanstalk from a magic story or something. It'd grow to the moon.
Nah, that way it would be like farm stonks to the moon.
Basically.
All right,
So the
so
world's food problem.
there we go. Now you have Beowulf, beyond billionaire.
I wish.
All right, now and our last panelist, Mighty Red Wolf.
The one time I don't have my railroad bell on me. Damn it.
Well, go clean up your house so you can find it again.
Well, I don't have it plugged in. I was going to ring it again.
Oh, well, it's probably behind, the dresser, the plug. You'll find it.
No, this is what happens when you have a emergency house. If you listen to advice from people like Jordan B. Pearson, he'll say, tidy your room.
Maybe I can find the plug real quick.
If I get, see why? He's got to find the plug.
And by that time, we're long gone, and you've lost the opportunity to introduce the show.
Ah, darn.
All right, so we're gonna get started now with with our main headliner. So I want you all to get ready. We're gonna scour the black market. Gaming PCs are banned in certain states of America.
And I just heard about this 5 minutes ago. So, oh my god, I can't get the latest and greatest anymore. Wait, I already have it. Damn it.
God damn it! You're gonna make eBay's prices shoot up for 3090s.
God,
Isn't this just like another thing of the woke gang just being like, no, we're gonna be super woke. We're gonna ban gaming PCs because they're bad for the environment.
Remember, it's not woke. It's cancel culture. Remember?
Oh yeah,
no.
Cancel culture.
No, they did this once already in the 90s. Violent video games.
You're causing everyone to go crazy. No. They just want to ban something that takes slightly more power than a microwave, because it's not a necessity, I guess.
As far as I understand, didn't California also ban washing machines?
I don't think I heard that one.
I mean,
Yeah.
do you blame them? They were on fire for like ever. They have to reclaim all that water somehow.
Yeah, like remember, like I'll get to the article. We've got 6 states led by California's full-time climate alarmists this week enacted a ban on the sales of high-end gaming computers. And at the moment,
VR chat is gone now.
Yeah.
Yep, that's the end of VR chat.
Forever banned.
Furries can't get their GIF anymore.
Nah, furries can't have their virtual cons anymore.
Oh, the horror.
Oh man. I expect protests over this.
Oh, there is gonna be protests. I already know a lot of my friends are already pissed off over this.
I just want to say 3 official words: gamers rise up.
So
Yes.
I've heard about this, that they are banning pre-built PCs, but not the parts. But some
Yeah,
people
so,
are saying they're banning the parts as well. So which one?
Yeah, from what it says, they're banning everything that's essentially power hungry, quote unquote. So like a 1200 watt pre-built, which is low. Or like
based more on energy efficiency. So if a device wasn't very efficient, then you'd ban it versus this thing requires 1200 kilowatts to run. Ban.
Well, yeah, but that doesn't make sense because that's only would be peak load. Because most computers sit in idle. Like mine sits at 290 watts in idle, and it's doing that right now. So
and you got to consider,
literally the only time you'll ever see a computer pull its maximum wattage is either A, when you press the power button for a split second, or B, if it's running some sort of mining operation or something.
Mining, yeah.
Yeah.
Computational work. You're doing video rendering. Or maybe you're gaming a little bit. Depends if you're really pushing that 4K 60 frames, bro.
If you really want to overclock it or something.
Overclocking? No, overclocking.
No, overclocking doesn't increase the power.
Well, it will.
It will, but not very significant amount.
No, it all depends.
A couple watts.
No, more than that. It's just you only see overclocking in load because that's when you're going to be stressing the machine out. So.
Yeah.
But most power supplies today, at least the quality ones, are very efficient actually. For instance, Corsair and my favorite Seasonic.
There are 80 plus ratings for that, and I think titanium is the highest so far.
No, I think there's super titanium as well.
When did this come to be?
Is that even a real thing?
Yeah,
no, it's just titanium right now.
No,
80 plus titanium.
I saw one of the Linus's video, and he was promoting a Seasonic Super Titanium.
Super titanium. Sounds like a marketing jam right there, bro.
I'm sure it's something to do with marketing, being like, you want titanium performance without the titanium price? Well, here's super titanium.
And to be honest, the difference between the titanium, platinum, and gold are very, actually...
4%.
Yeah, they're like minimal.
If we change our electric to 230... 240 in the United States, to common outlet, then we could get 2% more efficiency.
I'm pretty sure that the government's just going to print another $50 trillion to redo our entire electrical system.
Maybe we'll boil water in the kettles in the electric kettles like Europeans do.
I thought the US power grid does have the 220 voltage. It's just most appliances.
Yeah, it's split phase. So so we're not. We only really it's split phase. We only use the 120 commonly, and then hungry appliances will go the 240 route.
Well, you'd be amazed at this.
It's just what transformer you have outside your house, basically.
Well, you'd be amazed at this, guys, but I actually have one of my streetlights running on 480 volt.
Yeah, I believe it.
It can handle it though, but it's super efficient though. That's the thing.
So what? So fine. Would it ban the power supplies? Would this law affect power supplies?
Probably like the ridiculously large ones, like the 1800 watt power supplies or whatever.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah, that's probably
I
going to be
would say
banned
so.
too. As far as I know, they've
Yeah,
already banned a lot of shit here.
Yeah, but those aren't even used in the high range game community. Nobody's gonna buy an 1800 watts power supply unless
Actually, you can't go past 1500 usually because your outlet won't be able to support more than 20 amp load. So
Yeah, but
you
most gaming PCs go for either 700, 800, or sometimes even 1000 watts. I've never seen them going for like 1500 watts.
Oh, you haven't seen mine then.
Unless
You're going for a pretty extensively heavy build if you need a 1500.
I have to see what mine is again.
Probably
I have to
for
check it.
graphic design, I would say.
Even then.
My crazy with 2 Vega 64s, Threadripper, all the cooling components. It just completely boss ass machine. All I do is look at furry drama every day.
Use not intended for for actual.
Yeah,
Aren't you gonna use it for games? Isn't that why it's called a gaming computer?
Yeah, aren't you
I
also
don't game. Foxer doesn't game.
Come
You
on,
might want to check that
I-
for the
come
how
on.
often you got.
Actually,
you've been making a few appearances on Steam, bro.
I do wonder how much power keyboard warriors need to post their shit.
Actually, I'm gonna get to that. Actually, have a look at this statistic. A 2019 report from California Energy Commission notes that computer gaming in California consumed 4.1 terawatt hours in a year in 2016. But that's a small fraction of the amount of energy consumed by, say, a typical Google data center. On average, those use about 200 terawatt hours each year.
But how do they know it was all gaming?
Yeah, that's my question. How'd they know?
Probably they were.
Steam is selling your shit.
Well, they probably do something like, "Do you own a computer?" And they're like, "Okay, well, they figure out, an average household what a computer uses, and they average that out over their entire electrical grid." That's
But they bother
what
asking
they did.
if they're mining for coins or gaming or
It doesn't matter on the technicals. It's like, oh, well, we have 700 or 7 million households that have a computer. Okay, well, how much did all the households that use computers do? Okay, well, how much does an average computer use? Okay, well, here's an average of that. Here's an average of this. There you go. There's your hypothetical number.
Well,
one of those things.
Well, I can tell you that it is still a very small percentage compared to what you can do.
Yeah, California is doing all this crazy stuff. They're like, oh yeah, I think this has been a couple of years ago. They're like, oh yeah, no new restaurants can use natural gas for cooking. What? Excuse me?
Well, when they trying to,
California's been fucked up for so many decades now.
It's like
isn't California trying to do nothing but just like by
Yeah.
2030 to have nothing but electric cars?
Quote unquote.
no
green
trucks,
energy.
no trucks
Yeah,
but
but
electric
here's
trucks,
the
no
thing,
cars but
though.
electric cars. It's like your electrical grid fails when you have a slight heat wave. You
Yeah,
think
that's
it's a
the thing.
good
And here's the
idea
other
to
thing.
rely on it more often.
Yeah,
Keep
but
in
here's
mind-
the other thing too. Here's the other thing I want to bring up too that I actually know for a fact. People have actually turning in their electrical cars because their electrical bills are actually higher than gas prices.
Yeah, because
That's another thing.
And
I
also
mean, you're plugging you're essentially plugging in a stove for 8 to 12 hours a day. You plug it in when you get home, and it just sits there, kind of drawing power to keep its battery full the whole night that you're sleeping. And then you unplug it. You drive wherever you drive. You come home. You do the same thing. So you're leaving a stove essentially on full blast all the time.
I'm surprised they don't turn around and tell people to, turn their computers off at the wall or something.
No, like they need like metering or something. But yeah, Malagos, you were about to say something?
Yeah. Aren't fuel-based cars still cheap? I mean,
Yes.
They're always I think they're going to be cheap for like the next 3 or 4 decades. They're still going to be cheaper than the electric cars, and it's
Yep.
Well, sort of. There are models of electric cars that are within the average price range of a
but they're
gas
not
car.
but they're not cheap to maintain though.
No,
No, it's
essentially,
worse.
no one's had to deal with the consequences that every 5 years you have to replace the entire battery bank in your electrical car.
Well, not necessarily. It just depends on how it's managed, and active cooling for your battery pack does extend the life quite a bit. Nissan Leafs only had passive air cooling; those didn't last very long.
Yeah, but I mean, 5 years is honestly pretty. I would feel having to replace a battery pack, or at least a chunk of your battery pack every 5 years, to be a pretty common occurrence.
I think. All right, we got an interesting question from the live chat. Crazy Crocs Production says, "What about hybrids? Hybrid cars?"
Oh yes.
I've heard about the hybrid cars like having. So if they're banning in 2030s all the fuel-based cars, I think hybrid cars are gonna get banned 5 years later or something.
It's like, you're not electric enough. You're getting chopped.
Yep.
Well, they want to go all electric, which means no hybrids. All electric means no hybrids. It means purely electric vehicles, which
bro,
and yet we have a bad
those don't
electrical
exist
grid
right now.
Well, technically, BMW did do that with their i3. They were able to get around the whole idea of a hybrid by just using a gas motor to supplement charge the battery for extended range. They call it their extended range system. And if the fuel tank is smaller than the capacity per kilowatt of energy you get out of gasoline than the batteries, it would be still considered an electric vehicle legally.
Nice.
By the way,
yeah.
Fox, since you're a Porsche fan, are there Porsche electric cars?
Yes, the new one, the Taycan, Taycan.
And is it a good car?
I mean, it's decent. I mean, if you're looking for range, you're gonna probably have to go to a Tesla. But I would say if you're looking for just stupid quality luxury, then yeah, Taycan's pretty good. I've driven one. It's fun. 0 to 60 in like almost 2.5 seconds. It's stupid fast. And it's got the little Star Wars noise too when it drives around.
The buzzing drone noise.
The buzzing drone noise, exactly. And it's purposely put in there, which is creepy.
Remember that there's no petrol noise. Like you gotta.
I know.
Otherwise, electric cars are gonna full stealth, and you're gonna be like, run over by one.
This is completely off topic on this for just one hot second.
Speaking of, like, we kind of want to, bring this back because ultimately this is a bit about energy stuff. And if you want, like, I just want to say, if you want to use clean energy, you have to go with the king, nuclear.
And
obviously, but oh no, my nuclear plant had an accident. Well, yes, the accidents do happen, but you also have to realize how many gigawatt hours did it produce before it had even a minor accident.
And here's the other thing too. Here's the other thing. Nuclear plants have actually had the most, not most, but the least amount of accidents compared to the other ones.
The thing with nuclear plants, when they're supposed to be deactivated and shut down, that's what you do. You don't keep the bastard running.
Well, yeah, and that's the other problem with, the United States nuclear plants. The nuclear plants in the United States, every single one that's come online in the past 20 years was designed in the 50s. Designed and construction started on it in the 50s.
But yet they're still working.
But no, those are the ones that just opened. There was one, I think, in 2019 when it finally finished construction and was allowed to operate. The reactor design was obsolete 30 years ago because there's 50 years of red tape the nuclear plant has to essentially go through.
Yeah, it sucks though. But they're not terrible though.
No. And Elon Musk was I think. People were talking about the fact that he's making space travel so inexpensive is that we could easily dump nuclear waste out into space if we wanted to. and it would be cost effective, and we wouldn't have to store it.
For
just
millions and millions of years.
Exactly.
stick it on a rocket
Yeah.
and send it into the sun.
Exactly. Just
Yeah,
and
blow
then a 1,000 years from now, we're gonna have the same debate saying, why did we pollute our sun with nuclear waste? And now we're having
Not as if sun cares.
Just
right,
throw it at Mercury. Just throw it so it degrades into Mercury or into Venus. We're not going there.
Oh no, we'll go there and they'll be like, oh my god, we've endangered the microbes on
Not sun, hashtag, stop sun pollution.
Non-existent microbes.
because ecological damage to this planet, and there'll be protests for it.
No, ecological damage to the galaxy.
So, hold on a second. Back to the topic on the PC gamings.
Yeah.
So technically, people can still, like, even though this law has passed, people can still buy custom builds, like for high-range PCs. Order like custom builds and build a custom computer, no problem. As long as it's
sort of. I mean,
Right.
the problem is that they outlawed the sale essentially of the components, specific components that are what they would consider energy threshold.
That would
Hungary
be
or
like the graphics card mainly, like say, the RTX
Which ones?
3070.
Yeah, like
and
the
even
30
higher.
series.
oh my god, that's
Oh,
the
yeah,
one
I think-
have.
Oh yeah, that is the one I have. Good thing I got it when I did.
Yeah, like the 30 series, they're basically going to be like, no, you can't order this. So, assuming you place an order or something, they'll just block your order from being able to be
shit.
sent.
And yeah,
That
if you live in certain
sucks.
states, like the states that have banned this so
Like-
far, of course, California, Oregon, Hawaii, Vermont, Colorado, and Washington, which is Seattle.
That really sucks. This 3070 is considered the best card for the 1440p gaming rigs,
Yeah,
and also
which is why we're going to see all this cross frickin' state traffic from these new places that they're just going to go to a different state, buy it, and drive back.
as well as
Yep, that's what's gonna
3060
happen.
Ti.
Well, Hawaii's kind of just boned.
Well, actually, don't forget, we could also get parts from other countries. Don't forget about that.
I
I
mean,
mean, like, you know,
from my understanding, as I'm reading it, it seems like it's right now it's just manufacturer pre-builts that are being
yeah,
subjugated.
Alienwares,
Yeah, it is.
Alienwares, and when they said, they had to put in a listing that this product cannot be shipped to California, Colorado, Vermont, Hawaii, Oregon,
Which,
Washington.
by the way, you shouldn't buy Alienware. Like, just as an information, because
You're literally paying $1,000 for the brand.
yeah,
Yeah,
so
and I don't have that. I don't use that.
Alienware costs like $2,500, but in reality, it's like $1,000 PC. It's like not even a high range PC. It's a mid range. It's best.
Well, for $2,300, you can get an i7 700 KF with 3070 in it. I mean, that's not bad. It's not great.
Could probably get a better deal with it.
You get a lot of better deals, but doesn't mean people do that.
But I mean, general rule in PC gaming is build your own custom PC. Avoid the pre-builds. I mean, okay, I get it.
I pre-built. The only reason I got mine was
Pre-built-
because it was cheaper.
Yeah, we all start with pre-builds. I mean, my first PC that I had when I was a kid was a pre-built. I mean,
Yeah.
we all basically
It
the
was,
parents
yeah.
the parents wanted like the most cheapest option, so they went for a pre-built. I mean, yeah, we all started there. But as we got a job, as we got like enough to support ourselves, we eventually realized that the custom builds are the ones that are the best ones.
All
I
right,
think
so
when you do
everybody name off their first pre-built computer. What's the brand? Joel?
I think it was a Hewlett Packard.
Noble? Mighty?
It was actually Hewlett Packard too.
All right.
I think it was a
Simon?
Hewlett Packard as well.
All right, Bill?
The first one that we bought with our own money,
Yeah, for
Pre-built.
sure. Pre-built.
that would be an iBuyPower.
All right, E-machines. So, wow.
Oldie, yeah.
Oh,
Mm.
we're not gonna believe this though, but my first computer though was actually a Windows 98.
Yeah,
311.
my very
Yeah.
first computer that I ever played on was Windows 98.
Oh my god,
Compact
Windows
disc
98 was
200.
good.
I
Windows
know.
311, 486
Mine,
SX Overdrive.
mine as well, but I didn't own my computer up until 2008, I think. And before that, like my grandma had a computer back in like late 90s, which at that time was like, having a computer was like a bit of a luxury. And
So what
my
is it,
fir-
a necessity now?
I
Now
mean,
it is a necessity.
now,
but
now it's
very
kind of a
close to a
necessity,
necessity.
and they're cheap. Like back in the day, they actually costed an arm and a leg, and not to mention laptops. Laptops in the late 90s, which my uncle had, woof, those were like super expensive.
Gotta
Yeah.
have that IBM ThinkPad, bro.
Oh my
yeah.
god.
I had a-
Guys,
Oh my god, I still actually have one of the what was it? I'm trying to think of the Dell model name again that I have that still works, but it was originally a Windows XP and the damn thing still works.
I mean, my old PCs still work. Like even the pre-mates that I still am storing. But yeah,
Yeah, I've got
Enough
a
about
bunch of
that.
laptops that are
enough
just
about
they're
that.
still
I just want
working.
to close off this segment by saying that let's rag on California because they're the ones that have pushed this stupid shit on you guys. So
Yeah, and now it's
Again.
traveled.
yeah, it's like I just want to say this prefix from this article. California has got real problems. The state doesn't produce enough electricity, has underinvested in water infrastructure, refuses to manage its forests properly, is experiencing rising crime, increasing inequality, decreasing opportunity, and is headed for, and which is assuming it hasn't already reached, a neo-feudal tech state.
Oh.
Yeah, with
The
this,
for-
they're just begging to be like left in the dust of everyone else.
The forest.
Why
the
do you
forest-
think everyone's moving out?
The forest part is actually true. Did you know that in California laws, they forbid cutting down dead trees because of endangered species? And you know what actually causes fire? Dead trees.
Why do you think they have all the wildfires?
Yep, because they don't cut down their dead trees, and because they eventually catches fire. Like some stoner throws
blunt.
a blunt at a lit blunt at the
Or a
at a
failed
dead
big
tree,
reverse.
and just like causes the entire.
No, dude, I'm
Forest.
sure they haven't heard. They've heard of this novel solution called controlled burns.
Oh, they do that around here, and we've had no problems.
Your
Australia at
island,
one point,
Hawaii does that by itself, my guy.
Yeah, go no.
I know, but I meant
Australia-
even the military does that, and we've had no issues with it.
Red.
Yeah.
At one point, Australia decided to ban the idea of doing backburning. We learnt the hard way. That's a stupid thing to do.
Ooh, that sucks.
Anyway,
Yeah, entire town got wiped out at one point.
Anyway, the thing is, I just wanted to say, I think the game, how long it'll be until, gamers will rise up against California.
It's not going to
They'll-
be too
they'll
long
just
because I already
leave
know a lot
California.
of people.
A few years later, probably some politician who is
Yeah.
who happens to be a gamer will probably gamer politician I know will probably demand the change in the laws.
Yeah.
It's
You
gonna
can have
happen.
your expensive game and play computer and play Warcraft.
Guys, I think, we might have to reintroduce, speakeasy internet cafes.
Underground internet cafes. Yeah, that's gonna be.
Yeah.
That's the next
Oh my
thing in
God.
California.
Yep,
Are
it's
those
gonna
still a
happen.
thing?
No, not really.
No.
I haven't
Well,
been.
now that you
the
can't
last
buy
time
your
I've been,
powerful gaming computer, how else are
Yeah.
you gonna play your games?
Oh,
yeah, 'cause
There,
the
there,
last
was,
time
there,
I've
Oh,
been
go
to an
ahead.
internet cafe was like in the mid 2010s with my friends, and that was it.
yeah, same here. It was just a dick around move to go to
Yeah.
a gaming cafe and just hang out.
Dude, I was like, in the mid 2000s, internet cafes were the place to be.
And then
Yeah.
they just disappeared off the face of the planet.
back when
and
we
nobody
played
noticed.
LAN par- back when we played
LAN parties,
LAN
Call of
party
Duty-
CS 1.6.
Yeah, Call of Duty, Dota, you name it, we got it. Good times. Good times. But aside from that, yeah. So, what do you guys think?
I think that
Bad business?
honestly, making this illegal is just going to become a bigger problem. Actually,
Yeah.
that's what I've noticed. Like, kind of like with gun control laws. You notice how the states that don't really have gun control laws have actually better turnout for that. It's going to be
and
just like that.
Again, the whole thing, another list of California's problems, increasing crime. But yeah.
That's what's going to do. That's all it's going to do. People are going to kill each other for this stuff
crime.
now.
It's going to cause more
people are going to go
blackouts.
crazy over this shit. That's what they're going to do.
It is going to cause more blackouts, and it is going to cause, a black market PC parts and stuff sort of pop up.
It's just going to bring more crime, which, California doesn't care about crime. They're like, you know what, do whatever. You want to go shoplift, 300 grand worth of stuff, nobody's going to care.
Yeah, it's kind of like, when they looted Beverly Hills or like the rest of California during those riots. Nobody cared.
The rest of California is like, hey, will you do something about this? And everyone else is like, nah.
Nah, they didn't care.
I say let California burn.
Thank God I left there.
You were bullshit. Mighty. You were talking like not even like 2 months ago, going back to California.
You know what? I'm not gonna go back there though. That place is for shit.
You are gonna go back to California maybe in the next few moments. Just for a stint.
I don't know. I don't know. Everything's still on the table for that.
All right. Okay. So that's enough of that. Let's move to the next item on the table.
Yeah, that took us half an hour.
But big discussion, big everywhere, tangents, chaos, 6 people. What do you expect? Anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway, Pokemon's back in the live action game. Yay or nay?
No.
And just to give you a bit of context, they're going to have a new live action show that's going to be development at Netflix.
I know nothing about Pokemon. This is so not my space.
No.
No thanks. I'll pass.
No.
I will pass on this.
Don't they learn? Like, don't they learn this is a horrible idea to do this again?
Well,
again?
It sounds like Power Rangers gone wrong.
No, dude.
Yeah.
Live action Netflix. Do you know what they did with the Death Note? One of my favorite animes. Like, they butchered the live action. Like, they ruined it.
They probably looked at Detective Pikachu and went, "This is a fantastic idea. There is absolutely no possible way this could go south. I present to you Super Mario Brothers."
Basically.
It's live action, like, dude. This isn't even done by Japanese writers, right? No, it's
no. What the director is one of the guys who is doing Lucifer, the show.
That was a good show.
Oh yeah.
And the Lucifer show was, I'd like to remind you, it had a furry scene.
Yeah, but that doesn't just like, you have to understand, just because some director is working on that doesn't actually mean it's gonna be good.
No,
so
it takes a team, like writers.
Because it's Netflix, first off, and Netflix does tend to add some controversial things to it.
I know, they've released some stuff which we're not fond of, like cuties and sexy beasts, and
for instance, imagine if Pikachu was, for instance, claimed to be a homosexual or something.
Right.
Oh my god!
I don't know if they've ever done,
ideas. Don't give them the idea.
The thing is with Pokemon, like in the game mechanic, it's they were never intended to be such a thing in the games.
Well, of course, and Netflix is going to ruin that, obviously. So it doesn't matter what I say; it's already going to ruin because it has a Netflix stamp on it. Now, granted, there are some things that came good from Netflix, some things, but for the most part, whenever they make something, it's always, and especially it was made from in Hollywood. Yeah, that's like,
yeah,
it's a recipe for disaster.
Here's the thing. Now we got an interesting live comment. The crazy crux is this thing with Ryan Reynolds. Well, Detective Pikachu had Ryan Reynolds acting as Pikachu. I don't know what this one's going to turn out like. I don't know, but what did you guys think? Like, if you watch Detective Pikachu, I think Ryan Reynolds, really knocked it out of the park.
I wouldn't actually imagine Ryan Reynolds doing a TV show of Pokemon. That doesn't seem like he would. done it. No.
I don't think it
No,
really worked out.
I don't think. No, and I don't think like maybe they will add talking Pokemons to it, but it would not be. It will not have any. I mean, it will not have Ryan Reynolds in
I
it.
think, to be honest,
Like,
bear with me on
uh,
this. I'll ask Noble on this one too. What do you think? Like, if we got the people who were doing the dubbings for the Pokemon cartoon to voice the live action, I'll ask Noble on this.
I would much prefer if they stayed away from the main story.
yeah.
It's just
Yeah,
not
true.
gonna work.
Also, for the thing is like just because you have a one good actor in it doesn't actually save the entire show. For instance, in the Death Pit live action movie, the Netflix one, they had William Dafoe, which you probably know him as the Green Goblin from Spider Man. He was playing Ryuk, the Shinigami that gives Light the Death Note, and he made a pretty good performance. By the way, his performance is probably the best performance in the entire movie, and I think he alone is probably the only redeeming factor, and the rest of the movie is just garbage, you know. But like I said, that doesn't save the entire movie. The movie is still terrible. And and like even if you put Ryan Reynolds in this, it's not gonna save the. It's not gonna save it because it's Netflix. At the end of the day, it's Netflix. It's gonna be Americanized, by the way. Seeing like because a lot of the Pokemon the original Pokemon had some Japanese culture elements into it.
Yeah.
This one probably most likely won't.
And that brings us to the next question that you may have. How many, did they receive the blessing of the Pokemon company and, the people who would be, working on it with them, like the Pokemon team, Pokemon Japan.
Sorry,
Go ahead, Noble.
I can't help but think Harry Potter.
Hmm.
How Harry Potter ended up, the real life version of that the actors ended up the way they went when they did the movies. I hate to think what's going to happen with the Pokemon show. Because if they decide to set someone as Ash, it's going to either ruin that guy's career or it's going to, sort of set him off somewhere else.
Yeah.
What I imagine is they're gonna try to instead of because the original Pokemon anime was intended to be for prepubescent children, and it's mostly let's just be honest, the entire anime was basically just an advertisement for the Pokemon franchise. This live action will try to be more. I would say something more into trying to attract the. We'll try to have some kind of serious tone that will end up failing.
We don't know. They haven't given us much to work with at the moment. They've released scant details about it. And they said, the rumor says that this one is going to be in the same vein to the Detective Pikachu film. And
that doesn't really mean anything. I mean, again, it's a Hollywood movie. It's a Hollywood show. It's Netflix. They're gonna add something that's gonna piss people off.
Right. I wonder
and we don't
rights to the CGI models.
I think they'll kind of reuse that too. Considering I think they've invested far too much in the designs.
Yeah.
To be able to scrap because I don't see them pulling a Sonic. Because how many people actually complain about Pikachu's live action transition?
Some did.
Yeah, it wasn't the same.
It was I kind of felt it it was. I mean, it was all right, but it didn't really feel right. I mean, he looked in some scenes he looked like a fuzzball than an actual. I think that's the main problem when you try to convert from an anime to a live action.
Is that the same logic as when Sonic became a movie?
Even with the updated model, I never actually liked Sonic's CGI model.
I never watched it, so I wouldn't know. I mean, I like Sonic as a game to some degree, but like
You're not an avid Sonic fan. The ones that
yeah, I don't. Especially when it comes to the I'm not a fan of that either.
Or
No.
the countless recolors and spin-offs of the Sonic characters, which we're not going to go into.
OC, do not steal.
Yeah, which we're not going to.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sonic OC, do not steal, and yeah, and they're making a second Sonic.
Cold Steel the Hedgehog.
Anyway, yeah, if you wanted to do that, though, live out your dream, go play Sonic Forces. I'll say that much.
Oh.
Anyway, but aside from that, though, yeah, it's going to be interesting though, like how this current generation of Pokemon are going to turn out. Like, are they going to do a spin-off, or because I think the main core. Let's be real here. The main core, series where they, where Ash goes to gyms and stuff is pretty much, the cartoon. This, I'd say, is safe to say this is going to be a spin-off storyline, etc.
Yeah, another thing is like the way that the Pokemon franchise is going right now is that I feel like the Pokemon Company is focusing more on the actual spin-offs and merchandise rather than the main games, because the latest of their games, Sword and Shield, wasn't actually praised. Like, it wasn't actually. A lot of people were actually disappointed by it because it, like, first off, it offered nothing new, and secondly, it didn't offer such an interesting plot to it, and thirdly, was very linear. And
Right.
it was actually quite. It almost feels like they didn't really put any serious effort into it.
Well, I've got both of the games, and to be honest with you, I haven't touched them in about a year.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
I mean, a lot of people praise that, like, say the Heart Gold and Soul Silver are probably the best, the one of the best in the
Fox,
series.
what have you
Ew.
sent? I'm gonna post
my
this
God.
on screen share.
I gotta see this.
I will for our viewers' sake.
I have a small feeling I know what this is, but I'm not entirely sure.
Right. And
What
we're gonna-
live action would look like for the Pokies.
And you know what? I'm thankful that it wasn't to be turning like that, but for our viewers, I will we'll share this with you, and to our people listening in on the audio version, what you are looking at is an action figure of of basically, in other words, a were Pikachu.
It looks like Hulk's had his head ripped off. Slapped on there.
Gotta get some Pokemans.
Yeah,
Pokemon.
it's probably a
that
Hulk figurine
is
that
that
they're
how
like,
Gil-
hey, let's put some paint on this, and then let's put a little mask on his face, and we'll call it good.
I like the age reference on that.
Age 20 and up. Bro, like, you must be this adult or this tough to play with this Pikachu figurine.
You know who calls
Too funny,
Pokemon?
though.
It's is this how Bill Cosby calls Pokemon? Pokemans.
Pokemans.
Poke you with the man when the pokey and the Jello pudding.
Oh man, I don't know. I never got into the Pokemons or Digimon or. I watched a little bit of Digimon. I watched a little bit of Zoids. That was kind of cool. But
Zoids was
Yeah, that
where
was
it was
cool.
at.
That's still going, actually. They got a new series of it out.
No way.
No way.
Yeah, it's like-
everybody's like, no way.
What?
I mean, I have watched Zoids like for a couple of generations of Zoids, the series, and I eventually it drifted out, and yeah, that's why I said no way.
Oh,
Yeah.
Joel. Actually, Ice Kitsuna had a very interesting idea. He said, "What if Cartoon Network actually had the Pokemon franchise?
Ooh.
No.
No, don't even
They
go
would turn it
there.
into Powerpuff Girls.
Oh my god. Live action Powerpuff Girls.
I would not.
Oh, that would be even worse.
Please do not freaking transfer.
Don't give the weebs any ideas, my guy.
Come
We're
on.
waiting for the Powerpuff Girls live action to be released.
Oh my god, when I saw the script, I was like, was this actually meant to be released?
Yeah, but just think about it. It'll be like every like weeb's dream when you got these like skinny little girls. Ah, we're gonna save the world. Oh
No,
my
the
God.
Pokemon Cartoon Network would be like the full of these cringy Zoomer memes and stuff.
They'll be like Pikachu's dabbing and doing the
doing the
Fortnite dances.
dance. Yeah.
I mean,
Yes.
at least it wouldn't be super woke.
And we'll be like recording himself on TikTok or something.
Oh no!
Ay.
Like Pokemon in the era of 21, make a TikTok of your Pikachu. Oh no!
Oh
That's
god.
gonna be a trend.
Oh my god. I had to Google it. I don't know about that.
Yeah, no, the Powerpuff. We talked about the Powerpuff Girls live action in a few episodes, right? And we're gonna
Oh
see
my
how
God.
it goes. But in the meantime, yeah, that's a story for another time.
I didn't even know that was gonna be a thing. I just made it up on the spot.
Yeah.
So now
I think you might need some bleach for your eyes for that one.
Yep, I saw that. I'm like, nah.
All right, so yeah, we'll see how we go with the Pokemon stuff. We've only got a bit of information to work with, but nothing set in stone.
Oh, yeah.
Just give it a
One
couple
last-
of
one last
weeks.
thing.
Yeah.
Netflix adaptation of Misty. She's gonna be black
Ha, ha, ha.
and lesbian.
Wait, what?
What?
Black. No, like I'm just joking, of course, but she's gonna be black and lesbian.
No, remember that? No, they made a controversy of that one character from from one of the Pokemon series because, and yeah, if it should be anyone that should be controversized, it should be her, not Misty.
Okay, then Brock is gonna be black and gay.
Oh God, that defeats the whole point of Brock.
Which is probably gonna be like a little wrong because Brock in the anime is known to be like a failed womanizer, so it'll be kind of weird to
failed womanizer? How do you
What?
fail womanizing?
Yeah, he tries to woo every girl he finds, but like
Oh yeah, that is true. You got a point there.
That's like furries trying to be like, yeah, you gay? Like, yes. Oh, you wanna fuck? Okay.
well, yeah, that's for furry gays, but we're talking about human
Yeah.
males to human females.
Yeah, that's different between us.
There's no girls on the internet, bro.
All right. So here's another weird one for you, like on the same topic of animes and cartoons. How many of you got to watch the Taco Bell anime, which doubled up as a commercial?
Oh my
Just-
god.
What?
I haven't
Never-
watched this
I
travesty,
saw
and
it,
I
I
don't know if
saw
I want
it.
to.
I saw it too.
You know, Taco Bell has kind of been having shit food lately.
Oh, yeah, and they're taking all their good shit. Well, that's the thing is they're taking all their good shit off the menu too, and it's pissing everybody off. I don't even go there anymore.
I thought
And that-
Taco Bell was basically just like someone taking a shit and then feeding it to you. I mean,
Well,
that's how-
it used to be, but since they're taking off the good stuff from the menu and their food was kind of like shit now. I mean, it's kind
Yeah,
of like it's kind of like Pizza Hut, to be honest.
Something
you know
like
what?
that, yeah.
Just imagine, like if you put nacho fries on the menu and you try to market it and said, how are we going to advertise these nacho fries? And then, the committee, and then you had a committee meeting, and then somebody, put their hands up and said, oh, how about we make an anime out of this?
I mean,
No.
yeah, it's gonna get
No,
some
it-
attention,
that-
but it's
that's-
not
that's
the best way to do it. It's
That's
not
when
gonna
you
get
have
good
the dude
attention.
getting thrown out of the office window meme.
Yep.
if you've
So-
watched it,
I just
I mean,
did. It's Fry Force. Oh my god.
Yeah, that's the one.
Oh.
Yep. That's
I mean,
it.
I mean, it looks like a generic anime. They just stuck some nacho fries in it, like.
Well, that tells you what's the problem with anime. It's too generic.
No, it's not the problem with the anime. It's the problem with the people that made that commercial.
I'm gonna say it now. I don't like Beastars. It's a sin, but I'm gonna say it now.
Oh, you're gonna get canceled.
I have yet to watch the second season, but I'm oddly intrigued by it, but also it's not my favorite.
Yeah, like I've read one volume of the mango. No,
mango.
Someone's thinking of fruit.
Yeah, I think I just do that just to be, I could say a manga, but still, what matters is.
Jolt, seriously, you just had a botch there, didn't you?
No, what Jolt needs to do is he needs to take all those mangas. He needs to get some ice, and he needs to get a blender and shove it all in there and make a smoothie.
It'd be like the weeb salad, or the weeb shake. There we go. I am now, I have now had my fill of manga.
Mango.
You sure you didn't have your fill of mangoes?
Oh shit. So yeah, I don't know how much anime there's a good portion of anime. It's like having dessert. You can't have too much of it, and this is just too much.
Foxler, I know how you actually watch anime. You basically go through the anime. If there are no furries, you just drop trash.
Not necessarily. So like, I did watch Beastars the first season, but I did it in like 4 times X speed, just because all I wanted to know was what the plot was based on, like the general theme plot, and it was just like, oh, it's high schoolers again. All right, well that's like every other anime, so I was like, nah. So it's more of like, it just has to be interesting. It has to encapsulate this. Like,
does it also have to be a furry?
Not necessarily. I mean, the first anime I ever watched that I enjoyed as a series was Outlaw Star, when that was on Cartoon Network years ago, and Toonami was a thing, Toonami.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Yeah. So like, that was cool anime. Desert Punk was really good. I've watched a little bit of Trigun. Just a couple of the big players, Cowboy Bebop, but it just has to be unique. Because I did Inuyasha for like 23 episodes, and I was like, no, this is getting stupid. I don't watch this anymore. Like,
does Megas XLR count as anime? The Megas XLR.
Never heard of it.
You heard of it, Joel?
The first anime that I really enjoyed was it was like Galaxy Railways. It was just this weird plot that you never know what's actually going on, and you spend the whole episode trying to figure out what's going on.
Sounds like Tenchi Muyo GXP.
And about 50 episodes in it, you start understanding what's actually happening.
Oh man, my first anime was Gundam.
My first was Neon Genesis Evangelion.
Great anime to start with. Especially for kids. I mean, yeah, top stuff for kids.
Yeah, I think my first anime was Dragon Ball.
Well, actually, I'll take that back. My first anime was actually a movie, and it was Galaxy Express 999. That would be my first movie. My first show was Outlaw Star.
Yeah, Galaxy Express 999 is actually off of Galaxy Railways. Yeah.
All right, interesting question in the live chat. Crazy Cross Productions asks, question for you all: if you watch anime, do you do English no subtitles or watch it Japanese with English subtitles?
Both.
English.
I'll do it both.
I like doing it both. It just gives it that sense.
It's like
when you're watching the like actual Japanese one with the English subtitles, it's I don't know. There's something about that I enjoy more than the English one, because you're not actually getting a true translation unless it was made in English.
And not to mention that the older animes when they made like the English
good
dub.
luck. Good luck
Like-
finding an English one.
No.
Yeah.
The thing about it is that, for instance, in Yu-Gi-Oh anime, which was, by the way, if some of you who are old ones probably remember that the dub was made by 4Kids, and 4Kids were known to actually kind of censor some of the things that were in anime. For instance, like in the Yu-Gi-Oh anime, it's we all grew up by knowing that like people who lose the Shadow game get to sent to the Shadow Realm. Well, in the original Japanese script, it was actually said that the person that loses the Shadow game actually dies. But of course, that wasn't shown in the 4Kids because death is too cruel for
a bit too much for a
much,
show
for the
that's
kids.
rated. I know
So-
a lot of details did get lost in translation. True.
Also, they changed a lot. They localized a lot of names for
That's yeah. It's really one of those things, though.
I'm surrounded by weebs.
You're
Yeah.
a weeb as well.
A little
Yeah,
Fuck
you're
no.
one of
No,
us.
no, no.
You're one of us.
Nope.
Oh, no.
One of
Somebody's
us.
in denial.
One of us.
No, nope. I do not watch anime anymore. I do not. I haven't watched
but you
it.
did. No, but you did.
Yeah,
Still makes you a
when I
weeb.
was first jerking off the furry porn.
Yeah. So you're still.
No, that was over 20 years ago, bro.
Yeah, but
Listen,
now
yeah.
we have our fine choice of furry anime now. BNA, brand new animal,
No, I don't. I wouldn't watch that.
and
Well,
a
it's
lot of
that-
stuff too.
Or Disney.
I want more like heavy metal 2000 kind of theming. I want a completely different style. Not the Japanese animation style is just ugh.
Japanese furries?
No, I'd rather. I have more entertainment watching like really really bad produced, bad storyline, like general kids animations like Rock Dog or like Arctic Fox or what was it? No, and then like
I think yeah.
Go Dog Go on Netflix. Oh my god, why do I even watch that?
And like maybe you would have been into like Sing 2 Rock Dog 2 because that's
I've already
CGI.
seen it. I already seen it.
Wow, very
I lo-
trash.
What,
levels.
I know,
what
I love
haven't you seen? What haven't you seen?
Anime. That's
Actually,
Seriously?
Guess what? My co-host has come up with this amazing title for the next episode of the Raiders Rambles: Confessions of an Ex-Weeb.
Yeah, there you go.
wow.
There.
Wow.
Sorry, Foxer, but you are a weeb.
Yeah, you're one of us.
Mm-mm.
My
I banned Cody and Terry from watching Beastars in my house. I have to unplug the internet for that.
Well, they could just watch it through their phones.
Yeah, exactly what was
Yeah.
going on one time. They were just sitting there watching it on the couch on their phone. I'm just like, oh my god, stop!
You do realize
Is it?
the physical
It's
media is still unstoppable, right? Like, what if one day I'm still waiting for the Beastars box set, but otherwise I'll just settle with the mangas, and I got to get more volumes of that.
That'll probably sell out before you can turn your
they'll
head.
be gone. It's like what? All the weebs will buy it too, and it's like, what? Are the weebs furries now?
Oh
See,
no,
Yeah.
it seems
just
like most furries are weebs, though. See, that's the thing.
the
There's
thing
a
is,
connection.
I just don't like a lot of the storytelling, and I don't like the art style. I just wish it was more Americanized. Like
Bro, if you-
Don Bluth, like his style. I don't know. I just like something that's not as that design. It's just
Right.
Oh,
Oh, and if anime can't get you, how about Australia's gift to the furry world?
I'm still waiting on mine. Damn it! I don't know what.
You know
it's
that-
called.
that- what was the name of that? There was a cartoon way in the 80s with animals in the Olympics. What was the name of it? Was it?
I know
who
what
was-
you're talking about. I forget it. It was an American thing,
damn.
wasn't it?
I think so. I can't think of it. Oh my god.
Come on, somebody's got to.
Animal Olympics.
Animal Olympics. Why can we not remember? Yeah, it probably was.
Yeah.
But- Yeah, so it's been done. and it was good. That I could watch. I could watch that 100 times over. That was good. I don't know why. It's just different. It's just more down to earth, you could say. There's a certain level of just dumb. What was that one anime I caught just randomly that had bugs in it? Terraforma. That one had cockroaches on Mars, and I thought that was weird. And then I saw the live action. I saw the anime for just like a couple minutes, and I was like, "This is so dumb, so dumb." Muscular cockroaches on Mars. I don't. Why?
I think that would be, Uncle Kage's wet dream.
I thought you were talking about Bug's Life.
No, I'm talking about Terraforma. I think it's Terraforma, or I could be wrong. No, I believe it was Terraformers. Oh my god, I am bad with English.
Man, you're a bigger weeb than I am.
No,
Yep. You don't English well.
I do not. I'm Asian, bro. Why would I English well?
I mean, that automatically qualifies you at least half weeb.
Yep.
I hate
definitely.
Asian. I hate Asian culture.
Yet you go there.
Yeah, I go
Yeah. You definitely fits in the picture, right? Just right.
You blend right in, man.
Yeah, but I just don't understand like an anime that involves like muscular cockroaches on Mars. It just doesn't make sense to me.
Everything's muscular in freaking.
Why can't it just be like hot, sexy, drooling mess? Like I said, Heavy Metal 2000. That was like fucking amazing.
Foxer, do you eat noodles with fork or chopsticks?
Fork.
Why? Why didn't you embrace your Asian heritage and eat it with chopsticks?
Because Thai people don't use chopsticks.
How about pad thai?
Oh, that's
That is a real dish, of course.
Yes, it's one of my favorite Thai meals.
Hmm.
Do you eat that with chopsticks or fork?
Oh wait, do you guys eat with hands instead?
We do
No.
sometimes.
Wait,
Dude, Indonesians,
sometimes. It all
like us,
depends.
I know Indonesian some Malaysians do, but I don't know about Thai.
The Thai, not often. I don't remember. What is forbidden to have? I don't know. Is a spoon or fork to touch your mouth?
What?
Yeah, I think it's the spoon. Yeah, the spoon. You're not allowed to have the spoon touch your mouth. So, yeah.
How are you supposed to eat a soup then?
you gulp it down off the bowl.
Pick up the bowl.
Yes.
Yep.
Oh, like that.
Yeah, I don't use a spoon with soup sometimes.
Do you, how about other Asian dishes that require chopsticks? Rice bowls, sushi.
Mm. I've okay. Well, I'm gonna just throw this out here because we're on like Asian meals, but I've had different various bugs, including cockroaches, grasshoppers. I've also had dog meat, and I've had a live beating frog's heart when I was in Japan.
Oh my god.
Never gonna do that again.
Boxer, are you Chinese or Thai?
Well, technically, I'm Thai. My grandmother's Chinese.
Oh, there we go.
Half and half. Yeah, like you kind of like me, Chinese Indonesian.
You got some Chinese there when you started eating cockroaches, ducks.
I mean, you gotta try everything once, like.
No way.
Okay, maybe not bats. Bat soup.
No, I'm not eating bugs any. Like I
I'm
don't
not
care.
eating
if
bugs
they're-
either.
How about like a half chicken fetus in an egg boiled?
No,
No.
I know
No.
what you mean. Those are like Filipino specialties or something.
Yeah.
No, wait, no.
Bird nest soup? No.
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 I was offered. Some people were saying like bird nest flavored iced tea in an Asian shop I went to once, and this was here in my backyard.
In your backyard. What do Aussies eat that are really weird?
Kangaroos.
I don't know. Well, we have our, our whole sort of like, indigenous shrubbery.
Kangaroo. I love how you say kangaroo, and then one time I had my first mate was from Australia, and she's like, "Oh yeah, everybody thinks I like take a kangaroo to school." I'm just like, "Oh yeah." She's like, "No, I get on a fucking school bus." I'm like, "Well, yeah." Just. Oh,
the jokes never end.
I know the preconceptions of other countries when you're young is pretty funny.
Yeah, it's kind of like, the preconception for like Canadians, eh?
All right, yeah. So I want to ask the final question of the show. All the panelists: is Foxler a weeb?
Wow, fuck you both.
I want to see the proper definition of it before I say yes.
That's
or no.
a good question. What is the proper definition? We should do that.
Yeah, bring that up.
All right, let's have a look at what the definition of a weeb is.
A non-Japanese person who is obsessed with Japanese culture, that wish they were actually Japanese.
I'd say no.
No.
Nah.
I wouldn't qualify for that either because I wouldn't wish. I'm happy with my own finger. I would never wish to be Japanese.
Nope. Definite no for me.
I wouldn't mind.
Oh, Noble?
I wouldn't mind going over there for a holiday, but
I mean, we're not even weeaboos even. Like if you actually go to like dictionaries and stuff, it's like it's slang. Both of it's slang. But
weeaboos.
I've met a Western person who is obsessed with Japanese culture, especially anime, often regarding it as superior to all other cultures.
Yeah, no, bro, no. I mean,
Japanese are weird.
Japan's nice. The people are there great to some degree, but they are very westernized, and that can be annoying. Especially when someone like when you're an American Asian that goes there. It's fucking messed up. It's like you. It's easy to get laid because of that, but it's just the behavior. It's just the weird behavior that people give, especially the girls there. They're just
with men or women.
What? The women. Well, the women. What do you mean? Men or women?
Well, you said it's easier to get laid, but like with whom? Men or women?
Probably both, because they get like all excited by it. I don't get it. Like
I think it's it depends on how if they view you as an exotic man, like a tall Westerner would probably have a really good chance.
Asian Westerner. I had that problem in Thailand. I was at the red light district, just dicking around in fursuit.
Anyway,
I
think that's
Anyway,
we have as much as I want to keep dragging the show on, I think we've kind of reached the end of the time. So, what did you guys think? Like this is wild. Like especially with everything we've just gone through. Computer bands and Pokemons, and then is Foxler a weeb?
Pokemans.
What do you think? Like how was this week for you, Foxler? Let's start with you.
My week was long. Long week. This was different. I haven't been on a show for a long time, so it was good to be here and be able to de-stress from the many hours of driving I had this week. Whoa.
Oh yeah, picking up solar panels from friggin' Arizona, right?
Yeah, and then the car kind of broke halfway down.
Yikes.
Yeah. I never gonna go. I've had my fill of roller coaster riding now with driving a car with no air suspension on it.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
So, who'd like to continue next as a closing statement?
Let's all get drunk and play ping pong.
That would be the most unweeb thing to do. I'd be totally down for that.
I want to join. I'd join. I'm pretty good at it, by the way.
All right, who's next for a closing statement?
And then we should watch Forrest Gump after that.
Yes.
Mama used to
big old fat rain.
Life is like a box of chocolates.
Chocolates. No, furries are like a box of chocolates.
You never know what
That's
you're gonna
even
get.
better.
Oh no!
Shit.
All right. So Maligos got a closing statement.
Why me? Always. Well, I mean, I do really hope that a gamer politician comes in and solves the shit in California, because really, it's actually like would be really so unfair for someone that lives in California, wants to get into gaming, but can't because unless he spends a ridiculous amount of money because some 50-year-old politician thinks that gaming PCs are ruining the environment.
Okay. And yeah, awesome. Beowulf.
Oh, it's my turn finally. Yeah. The dystopian future is present.
Mm-hmm.
And we just get to watch it burn.
Especially with the COVID and shit, yeah.
Yeah, we
All
had
ready for lockdowns number 8.
we've had a lot of movies like this. It always
Two
ends
more
with,
weeks.
Just 2 more weeks.
Yeah, 2 more weeks. Mm.
16 years later.
And yeah, day 16, day 100 of lockdown. All
It's
right.
never gonna end.
Well, we'll see. We'll see about that.
Let's see how many
I don't
furries
know.
get butthurt when the con gets canceled again that they
Alright.
already had rooms for.
And last
Raining in the
of all, Mighty closing statement.
Well, all I gotta say is about that PC or computer gaming ban. You know what, gamers out there, you gotta listen to this. You know, you gotta stand up. You finally gotta fight for what's right. You gotta get your rights back.
Is that after the nachos, Cheetos, and the Balls energy drink?
No, maybe after the coffee. You know, after the coffee.
Mm.
I think you probably need to do it with a side of those nacho fries.
Are you sure you don't want to just shove more mangoes up a certain someone's butt?
Wow, bro.
And what if they enjoy it?
Oh yeah, I don't know if he's gonna enjoy it.
Are we asking the Christian fur to actually do something gay?
All right.
Joel's like, I'm logging off.
Yeah, like yeah. I'm like, okay, that's it for the show. Like, yeah, this is
Yeah, you
what
just
a
want to
week.
cut this. You just want to
yeah.
cut this now.
Yeah, like it's not gonna be cut. I'm just gonna be, bruh. So what a week, right? I just want to say to our viewers, thanks, and listeners, thanks for listening in, and I hope you had as much fun as we did making this for your learning and for your entertainment. And as always, our episodes are available on Podbean, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, BitChute, and more down the line.
Whatever group decides to crawl out of its ass, right?
Anything's is possible, but yeah. So for us to you, this is us signing off. Farewell, and until next time.
Marshmallows!
Bye.
Bye-bye!
Bye.
Bye, guys.